Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to ARCHIDEX Fast Forward webinar series. My name is Lillian and I will be your MC for today. ARCHIDEX Fast Forward is a webinar series focused on the holistic perspective from the industry. Each session brings together collaboration from the industry with renowned architecture and building professionals sharing their experiences from various perspectives, including industry, business, and education to address current key issues and topics. Thank you for taking your time today to join us. We would like for you to do a quick and short survey through the link which is now in the comment section to let us know how you feel and think about our ARCHIDEX Fast Forward webinar series after this session. Today's webinar is part 2 of Finding Transformative Pathways to Build Back Better, a continuation from our last discussion on Tuesday. This round, we have one host and 3 panelists. With that, let me begin with the introductions. We are delighted to have architect Azim A. Aziz today as our host. A lifetime learner, passionate architect, creative writer, and all-rounded person are some of the best descriptions of architect Azim as he trailblazes in architectural industry in this glorious nation of Malaysia. Graduated from LSU in 1987, he leaves no time to spare but to work at Jurubena Bertiga International, JBIS, for 5 years. To his personal portfolio, he strived hard and landed multiple positions, but favorably in project management where he excelled in managing projects that was designed by the principal. His efforts snowballed into a motivation where he founded ARTSA Architects Sdn Bhd with architect Zulkaisa Hamidin and architect Yi Tek Chun in 1992, after years of experiences working with JBIS. 27 years later, ARTSA Architect is a well-known firm that is constantly evolving in design, transforming the skyline of Kuala Lumpur one building at a time, lifting the quality of townships through conservation projects while keeping a strong core of design principle that exceeds beyond time and remain timeless flawlessly. Together with architect Azim today, we have 3 panelists. Our first panelist is Mr. Chee, Marketing Manager of Siematic Cabinetry Industries. Mr. Chih has experience with more than 7 years in marketing industries, ranging from home furnishing to cabinetry. He is experienced in promoting products and services as well as overall planning, implementation, and coordination of various marketing programs. Our second panelist is Mr. Jamie Chang. He is a fabric structure specialist with more than 10 years experience in the architectural tensile membrane and tents and canopies industry. He is the head of marketing department in Tension Fabric Structure Sdn Bhd, and as the person in charge for the sales and marketing strategies development towards the market. Our final and third panelist is Mr. Gerald De Cruz, Executive Director of Sanieuro Sdn Bhd. Gerald comes with over 25 years of working experiences, with much of it was in technology and application of technology in the real world. Trained in marketing, he spent many years in software training and coaching dating back to early 1990s. Today, he is focused on coaching the use of technology and internet in the real world environment, especially in businesses. As an early adapter of the internet since 1995, he is well versed in internet-based technologies and how to apply them in businesses today. Technologies including email, websites, blogs, social media, e-commerce, online marketplaces, digital marketing, and much more. Ladies and gentlemen, with that, I'll now like to bring our host on screen, Architect Azim.
Hello.
Hi,
Hello.
Architect Azim. Hi,
Yes.
how are you
Hello.
today? You
Hello,
good?
Lillian. I'm okay. I'm okay. I'd like to say
That's
hello to the panelists and those who are tuned in to our session.
okay, that's
Uh,
great.
I'll, I'd like to begin with my slide presentation. It'll be a quick slide presentation to build better future. And one of the things that we are in the midst of it is the sustainable development goals that has been carried out since 2015 by the UN. What it is actually, we have to keep on building, keep on sustaining ourselves for the future. Although we are in this pandemic, and it will one day be over. So the one thing we need to go through is there are 17 such goals that we are under UN, and we are only concentrating on 11, goal 11, which is sustainable cities and communities. As you can see here, it is a goal that's been formulated in 2015 by the UN, and it's supposed to be completed in 2030 and to achieve our goals by 2030. That's only 10 years from now. And what is more important is that it will make into a better life and for all those who are living not only in the cities but in other areas as well. So we will be living in a better condition, low pollution, and also with amenities. And SDG 11 has many components to it, and I'll just share some quickly so that we all know and we can research it later what it is. There's goal 11, there's 1 to 7, and A, B, C. I just want to highlight one of the things that will probably be affecting us affecting us in a good way is green areas and public spaces, transportation, inclusive urbanization, and participatory integrated planning. That will affect us. And also, number one, the most important one is to have affordable housing for all. So that's these are the targets. 11.1 to 11.4, 11.5 to 11.6. One I like to highlight the 11.7 is provide access to safe and inclusive green and public spaces. And when we meant by access, exclusivity is means everyone is old and young and also the handicapped. And at the end of the day, when we reach to a level, we are also bound to support the least developed countries to obtain these goals. And to attain these goals, there's three items that we need to achieve, which is environmental, social, and economic, and to have a more sustainable development in the future. This still will go on over after the pandemic is over, which I hope will be in the middle of next year. And I just take a instance in India and how India is facing its problems right now, and in future it'll need to develop further in achieving the goals. In Malaysia as well, we are looking at being top 20 livability city, and also to take care our aging population, which will be 15% of the population for people over 60 years old, and transportation. And our population will become about 42 to 57 million people by end of the century. And here are some of the images where we can see the map of KL, and also uh, how much the growth of population and the affordability. So one of the things that we are concerned about is affordability of housing, and in population that we are looking at by 2030 is in KL alone will be about, or the Klang Valley area will be about 10 million. And how we're going to achieve that is from the slides, and projected population by then will be, as like I said, will be 10 million people. Although our population is declining, as you know, the natural replacement of population is 2 and 2.1, but our population has been decreasing as per any developed countries. As we are developing, we are we are slowing down in our growth. This is our areas, some areas in Clam Valley where we can grow, and this growth area will probably help us in designing livable areas, not to cramp everybody in one area. And this is how we calculate in terms of how many density per kilometer and per 5 kilometer square or 25 kilometer square, and the areas of potential areas of growth. And there is a lot of potential, as you can see that after we get over our concerns right now, the population will start growing back again. And with that, we also need transportation. for easy access from one area to another area. And how we're going to live, work, and play, and learn and enjoy is also be incorporated as we develop, and it will become our lifestyle. And green areas are something that we are always aiming for, so that we live in more conducive areas for our future kids, ourselves, and also our parents. And this is how, and that's one example of how we could plan to incorporate all these areas into one, the urban setting. And another example where we incorporate green areas, easy access, transportation, and also building. Similar, how we live, work, play, and learn in one particular area, and also green areas that we can incorporate. Green areas will be very important in our well-being, and not to be living so close by to each other. And we have learned this now, that we need open areas to sustain ourselves in the future. Connectivity is also important, because as human beings, we need to be able to be connected with each other. And this is my final slide. Will show, in 3D, how it could be in a well designed cities of the future, where we have both urban density areas and also green area incorporated. Okay, with that, this is my final slide, and over to you, Lillian. Lillian.
Hi. Hi, Architect
Okay.
Azim.
Yeah.
Yes, please go ahead and bring in the speakers instead.
Okay. All right.
Thank you.
Okay. And I'd like to bring the panelists or the speakers. First, I'd like to invite Mr. Chee from Siematic, Cabinetry and Wardrobe. From he's a marketing manager. Over to you.
Thank you, Mr. A.R. Azim. Okay. Good afternoon, gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen. Industries. Okay. Our company is actually developed in smart cabinet solution providers since 1998, mainly in melamine-based productions. We experience in cabinetries and carpenters and home furnishings industries. So we provide solutions and technical support to ID mainly, and contractors too. Um, so we not only doing modular cabinetries system, but partitions, wardrobes, wall panels, and hidden door. Our office, warehouse, and factories are mainly our HQ located in Blakong. So my team consists of a member from various background. Um, we look forward to grow further in next 5 years, and the production's capacity 50 sets per month. We look forward to going to grow at multiples of numbers in another 5 years too. So average 5 sets per day basics, of course, you can see there. Okay, currently we own 10 set of machineries, major and minor, to um, actually replace some manpowers. So of course we still need manpowers to do doing maintenance on our productions. So but we're looking forward to invest more. So to actually it's not only to replace manpower, but we are trying to fasten up the process of customizing furnitures, because previously it was takes like about 2 or 3 months, but now actually we success to actually do building a cabinet in like uh, 1 month to 1.5 months average. Okay. Add up, currently industry challenge of provide improving building and use for manufacturers technologies for a better outcome. Yeah. So thank you. This is my introductions. Okay, I will pass back this like to AR Azim.
Thank you very much, panelist Chee. And next, we would like to go to Mr. Jamie Chang from Tension Fabrics and supplying tension canopies. Go ahead, Mr.
Hello,
Jamie.
good afternoon, Architect Azim. My name is Jamie Chang. I'm from Tension Fabric Structure. Our company is named Tension Fabric Structure Sri Berhad. We are a manufacturer for architectural tensile membrane structures as well as tents and canopies, and we are located in Gombak, KL. We are already involved in the industry for almost 50 years experience and more than thousands of fabric structures that we produce in Malaysia and throughout the world. We are a one-stop center which we provide our customers with design, manufacturing, project installation services. We also provide free consultation, project proposal, and quotation without any hidden charges. So, so you can call us at our number, I think, situated below. So during this pandemic, we are very fortunate to have tents and canopies division to assist us because, as you can see, uh, other than architectural tensile fabric structure, our tents and canopies are widely used throughout Malaysia. All the roadblocks you see throughout Malaysia, from the police post to the army tents that they use, are all produced by our company. Yes, whenever you pass by any roadblocks in KL, Johor, Penang, Kedah, or Putrajaya, all the army tents you see in the roadblocks are all produced by my company. So we also supply uh, lorry canvas, anything canvas products to the various logistics company throughout Malaysia. And uh, yeah, so if there's any things that you may require from us, we are able to produce as long as it is manufactured from canvas material. Example, during this monsoon season, we also are producing uh, portable water blocking canvas to install to block out flood waters. So you can definitely call us if you need any canvas products. Yeah, thank you. Akira Aziz.
Okay, thank you, Jamie. Very interesting. I didn't know that you supply all those canvases
Yes, yes.
around.
It's about all.
Now, whenever I see one, I can remember you.
Yes, yes.
Uh,
Thank you. Thank you.
okay, our next panelist, Mr. Gerald De Cruz, is the director of Sanieuro Syndrome Berhad. Go ahead, Gerard.
Thank you, Architect Azim. Um, Greetings, everyone. Sanieuro is often seen as a group of affiliated companies comprising of Pakai Industries and Procurement and Contract that generally deals in the supply of bathroom and kitchen products. In a bigger picture, we are basically a building material supplier, right? And we supply various different building materials. Pakai brand and company has been around for more than 50 years, since the 1960s, and it's a widely recognized brand. Okay, then we have Pakai, Novatec, and Atlantis as our house brands. Notably, Pakai has been around since the 60s, and it's well known for their plastic injection molding products. Okay, but we have moved on since then. Today, we carry a host of European and American brands, offering even higher quality products associated with these well-known brands. With many years of industrial experience in bathroom and kitchen products, we ourselves develop Novatec and Atlantis brands with our OEM partners. And we provide reasonably priced quality sanitary ware and ceramic products. In short, we offer a one-stop quality bathroom and kitchen products at various brand names at various market segments that can fit every budget. Due to this unique position of ours, we actively sell into many projects in Malaysia, offering a wide range of products. And together with our officers in Thailand, Myanmar, and Sri Lanka, our market is constantly expanding. And just for your information, architect Azim, before I hand it back to you, yes, we deal with a lot of architects as well. All right, back to you, architect.
Okay, thank you, Gerald. It's very interesting to hear what you do and variety of things that you have been doing right now. And I know in the line that all of us, not only Gerard, but all of us are all dealing with each other to build a better environment. We are fortunate that in our country that we have this luxury that we could obtain or purchase or enjoy materials like this for the future. Not everybody, but many of us can do that. Okay, for the next session, I'd like to carry on and have some question and answers for all of us, and I like to ask some questions that anyone can answer. Gerard, Ching Ming, and also Jamie Chang, and um, on what the challenges that you are facing. And, right now, all of us are in the midst of the pandemic. It will go away, as you can see here that many of the vaccines are coming in line, and I would imagine that in a few years' time, in a few months' time, there are many more, and hopefully by middle of next year, this thing will slowly go away. And within then, and within now and then, what our preparation towards getting ourselves into a new world after the post pandemic. Ming, have you got any ideas at how you're going to build back or build again your industry, or does it affect you?
Mm, actually, I think that everyone are going from we came back from recover from the MCO. Then we already started everything in plan. So of course, we still tighten up our previous clients and IDs and all those contractors because but of course we hopefully to like look for more like new opportunities. Okay, we did like some connectings with some developers. Maybe we try to build some affordable homes and everything and so on in the previous in the next projects actually we were going off. Yeah.
Okay, that's
Yeah.
great. Jamie, something
Yes,
that I'm very
I'm glad
very
you asked. Yeah, I'm glad you asked. As you know, for ARCHIDEX, our main products that we feature is architectural tensile membrane structure. They use very high tech and very expensive canvases. But in this pandemic, we have to go back to basics. We have to use our canvas and to use to manufacture tents for police posts, tents for guard to sleep in the border checks they do. And also we are very fortunate that we're able to provide temporary shelters in the form of mini monkey tents and also mini modular tents for use in MIPS, for instance. MIPS, if you remember, between the month of March and April to June, MIPS was a temporary quarantine center. So all the tents that are used there are all supplied by my company. Yes. So including the tents they use to test COVID testing, where they have temporary shelters that they build outside of hospitals, outside of clinics, as a temporary place if you can see in CNN also, you can see throughout the world, everybody uses tents as the temporary shelter for them to test COVID before they actually go into the hospital itself. So
Mm.
that's where we can diversify our products and supply to this niche market, which require our products during this pandemic. Yes, that's what we do.
No, that's great. Great to know that
Yeah.
that your product has contributed to the well-being of the people
Yes. Yes.
who are trying to get through this terrible pandemic, and
Yes. Yes.
hopefully it won't get worse. I know that the cases are rising, and
Mm-hmm.
probably due to the winter.
Mm-hmm.
But hopefully, there'll be light over the tunnel with the vaccine coming in
Yes.
probably
Yes.
next
Hope.
month. And
Yes.
but hopefully your system will also evolve in
Mm-hmm.
future to other things. The post
Yes.
pandemic, you might need less of these items.
Yes. Yes.
Anyway, thank
Yes.
you very much, Jared. How about your company? How are you going to go through future in your system that you're using with in helping post pandemic in the new technology in the new future in the next 10 years or so?
Well, rolling back a little bit too much, I think we all got hit by something we just didn't know. So it took us some time to come out of it, and things are starting to get better. We are not back to normal for sure, but what we see is a shift in what people are looking for. Uh, I think we see hundreds of suppliers trying to sell sanitizers and disinfectants and whatnot. In our industry too, um, products are starting to roll out, taking into account of the pandemic and the challenges ahead. Some might argue that, well, we might find a solution sometime early next year. We should be out of it next year. Well, we just better pray that there's not going to be another one, right? So manufacturers look at it a little bit differently, whereby we have to prepare for whatever comes in the future, right? Um, One simple thing that we have, this is one of our products, right? It's a little small bear, right? A white bear, a cute looking bear. And what it does is basically it's a sensor product. And I talk about sensor because um, the future seems to be going that way. Contactless products, sensor products, hygiene is the biggest concern today. And we have to put that into, especially the younger ones, that washing your hands, that's the most important thing, right? Washing your hands. When you have a sensor product like this, um, it the cuteness of the product brings out the thing that I want to play with it in indirectly we are talking about cleanliness, hygiene, and keeping everything safe, right? Now it's not only that, we also find it in some of the other products that we carry, like bacteria free coatings, which is on toilet products, which makes it very hygienic. And we also have some of those self-cleaning products. We're looking to the future where we're looking at self-cleaning products. So, yeah, the pandemic has taught us something that we really have to look at hygiene, and products are starting to change. Yeah.
Okay. Just going back to what you're saying about products needs to change. What would you imagine or would like to see in going? Because now technology has accelerated, and what would you see in 10 years' time? And how your product, especially in hygienic business or in toilets, what will be the major things that will change?
Looking into the crystal ball
Yes.
from my
Either
side.
way.
Allow me to speak.
Uh, uh,
Um, we're talking about 10 years from now. I think hygiene is going to be very important. Hygiene, contactless, sensor based, self cleaning, antibacterial coating. We have one product from Nofer. It's a European product that has got this antibacterial. But I think this is going to be mainstream tomorrow because others are all rushing out to come out with products similar to bring the price down as well. Um, yeah, the white teddy. I still go back to this. I like this because this is something that teaches children to come up with very good habits, right? And we need to have things like this to bring out that type of habits that we don't have to wait for the vaccine. This is a very good thing to start, get the ball rolling, right? So as to speak. So yeah, the future basically will be along that line, right?
All right.
And of
Mr.
course,
Chi, Mr. Chi, anything would you like to share? I know your product is very exciting, customary wardrobe, cabinetry, and how do you think the product of you producing your materials or your materials producing your product will change in the next 10 years?
Probably actually we are flexible actually because we are modular system. So different kind of materials actually we could actually acceptable for that because we hopefully in another 10 years that still not so still contain some wasted area and so on. So we're trying to like get this reduced. We even like get some PVC materials and that actually we could use as recycle in the futures. So we hopefully in 10 years more things are getting a cost going to be common and going down. Everything that we can use commonly in the communities. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, so,
Great,
yeah.
great. I hope in terms of products, in any product, especially even cabinetry or in any products that recycle materials, our waste can be recycled into a product, so that we don't have to use what we already used before and
Yeah,
cost it and over the over time, and hopefully our future generation will not blame us for doing so and exhausting all the materials that they need to live.
Mm.
yeah, yeah,
uh,
yeah.
Mr. Jamie, just one thing I'd
Yes,
like to
yes,
ask you as
yes,
well. In I know that you are doing very exciting products like
yes.
post
Thank you, thank you.
tension, and I'm really amazed because it's lightweight, it's
Yes,
long lasting,
yes.
it can be it can be self cleaning and it's
Self
easy to
cleaning.
use. Yes,
Yeah,
and
also retractable.
yes, yeah,
Yes.
retractable. And what do you see in the next 10 years or so? What can your product do for the for future industry? Like what can it transform? Rather than using the traditional materials, how we build architects build buildings using brick and mortar, and
Mm-hmm.
and it's heavy and wet
Yeah.
and not.
Actually, okay, I can exam. Sorry.
Yeah, okay.
Actually, we just have to look to Europe and to Europe, especially to see the types of industries that they actually use fabric structures to build the permanent structures. Example, like things that are not available in Malaysia yet. Example, aquatic center, aviation, car parks, education places, uh, of course, events is hospitality. We also have industrial usage, military usage, mining, playground, public transport, shopping centers. There are many. There are many industries that you can look at Europe, where what are they doing? What are they using fabric structures to build? Basically, is building temporary structures that gives you a faster turnaround time and allows you to build either temporary or semi-permanent structures very fast. And when you want to clear the thing, you don't have to use lots of manpower or lots of energy to reduce the thing to rubble, as opposed to those brick and mortar buildings. Brick and mortar
Mm.
buildings, of course, you have to use bulldozers. You come in with a construction company to take it down. No, but for my structures, you can build in 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 less than 1 week, and you can take it down in less than 1 week also. So you can have option of building libraries or shopping centers, or let's say grocery shop using tents and canopies. Yeah, I think that's the way to go in future.
Yeah, that's wonderful. To know
Yeah.
that that such materials been used in Europe, and it's about time that we are bringing it here in Malaysia and
Mm.
able to use it, and
Yeah,
it
yeah.
will be less impact on the environment.
Yes, less impact on environment. Yes.
And it'll be because we are living in a world that is ever changing,
Yes,
and we do
yes.
not know what is the next big thing. So
Yes.
building something that is able to be flexible up and
Mm.
down, remove and replace, that
Yep.
is something that I think very exciting for the
Mm.
future, and we all can look forward to see more of your products around.
Thank
Although, like
you.
I said before, I've used some of your products in canopy design,
Mm.
and very exciting. It's very malleable. It
Mm.
can be changed from time to time.
Yes, yes.
Okay. I have one question for all of our panelists, which which I think will help us to ponder. In times to come, or in even now, what are you guys working on at the moment that can be an example, for the future, in terms of our daily lives, or our how we change our mentality, our habits. Gerard, can you start it off?
Mm, okay, sustainability. Um, I think when we look at materials used in products, um, we do use recycled materials to a certain extent. Um, Unfortunately, the products that we deal with don't allow us to use a lot of recycled material. And the recycled material that goes into these products are basically high grade type of recycled materials. Now, this is something that where we have to constantly balance between luxury and environment, right? Uh, it is easy to talk about sustainability, but in our range of products, when it comes to bathroom and kitchen products, um, people tend to move towards luxury, better looking, better quality, and it's a bit difficult at this point of time to um, include elements of sustainability in there. But it is starting. We see a lot of young people wanting things like that. Um, but we have not seen the market shifting towards that yet, right? So, yeah. And then we also see things like batteries. Batteries are yesteryear. Everybody is moving towards rechargeable batteries, and also those things that it's like a power bank. You
Right.
have those type of elements included in products. We don't longer say go buy your double A or triple A batteries and put into products, right? So these are all, I think, in a small way contributing towards sustainability, right? Rather than just using and throwing it away. Yeah. So that's my little take on it.
What are your biggest challenges that you have to face in the short term, long term, and even in the long term, short term, medium term, and long term. In the short term, what do you face? Your challenges, you think?
In what sense?
In sense of in using your product and selling your product and educating people in having your product been out there in the market.
Mhm.
What are your challenges you are feeling, or you don't have any challenges?
Of course, there is. If you talk about, well, we keep referring back to sustainability,
Mhm.
and of course the environment as well. It is not easy. Uh, sustainability and taking the environment into conscience means today higher cost, right? And people are not favorable towards paying this higher cost because of that, right? We are a developing country, so it's a bit difficult to get people to understand that. But the good thing is, we interact a lot with higher education,
Mm.
schools, international schools, universities, and the students there are very pro environment. They're very conscious about the environment. We have a product called LK. LK is a bottle filler and also a water fountain. It's an American product, and what they thrive on, they are on a crusade to reduce single-use plastic. In fact, they are trying to eliminate single-use plastic. Every time you go and fill up a bottle of water at the station, there's a small ticker there that tells you just saved another a single-use plastic bottle from the environment, right? So, in terms of sustainability, I think products like this are talking about the future. Okay.
Okay, thank you. How about you, Jamie?
Okay.
Any challenges that
Um,
you're facing?
you just now asked the question is that what are we doing currently? Is it?
No, the challenges that you're facing in the
Oh, facing.
short term, medium term, and
Okay, the
even the
short
long
term
term.
is that our major market previously is B2B, business to business customers. Okay, but as you can see from this pandemic, uh, the B2B customers are getting less and less, and we may have to shift to a market which we have previously have not touched, which is B2C, business to consumers or business to customers. So what we do is with our products, they are being canvas products. So what we do is actually canvas products are very is almost a commodity product. It's priced very low. Is like per square feet is like 1 ringgit to a couple of cents. But when we use these products, there's an opportunity for us to upcycle these products or upcycle or repurpose these canvases to be made into bags, into trendy bags, and we design. It can be made into designer bags and designer wallets, and this can be targeted into B2C customers. So we find more and more that during this pandemic, we have to shift our focus from B2B towards B2C.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Ming, any feedback from your side on your challenges you're facing?
Agree actually with Mr. Gerald spoken just now. Actually, it's really doing sustainable is not really easy in this era actually. But we also trying. Okay, we were trying to develop with our suppliers, our panel suppliers. So because even though we wanted to go into sustainable products, but we still put the human health as our first priorities because you buy furnitures you're gonna use in the house for everyday's daily uses. So even though we could find out the specific materials, we will still need to
Oh, we missed your last part. Never mind. I just have a
yeah.
question from the chat for Jared. To attract, what new products do you have to attract the millennial community? You know, the youngsters right now who's going to grow up to be using your materials in the future when they can afford it.
Yes, this guy. No, on a serious note, um, we millennials basically want not just to buy a product; they want to have something like a purpose in it. Environmental friendly products is something that they look for. Um, Many of them are very well aware of the environment, and they are taught about this in school, in colleges, and I've actually met some of them who, are very passionate about it. So when they buy something, they're looking at does your product feature all these things? We keep talking about sustainability. That's what they're interested in. They want to see the feature of those products. And yes, we do have some of those products, right? Sensor products it's a very sought after product because for a few things. One is hygiene, the other one is cost saving. It's not running all the time, and even simple things like water, right? Uh, Water running off the tap continuously is a waste, right? And it takes money and energy to process that water to bring it to us. Okay, yes, we have quite a fair bit of products that would interest the millennials, but it's too short a session here to name all of them. It could be from simple things like your taps, showers, and whatnot.
Is it also to do with the amount of water you use, or the water that you use can be recycled and repurposed for other things? Is
Okay.
that in line
Um,
with what
yeah,
people are looking at?
something very simple is the aerator in most of the taps that we find today. It makes it look like there's a lot of water coming out, but in actual fact, it is saving water. Number one. Um, People are also going for adapters that you can put to a normal tap, whereby you can transform a normal tap into a sensor tap. So without touching it, it ons and offs by itself without wasting water. Just like how we have this bad habit of brushing our teeth and leaving the water running non-stop.
Yes,
With
yes,
sensor, it overcomes that. You know,
yes. Mm.
yeah. So that's some simple small things that we put into the products that saves water. In terms of recycling, it's a bigger word. um, Malaysia is blessed in being a tropical country, so water is abundant here. So we don't take water too seriously. Plus, it comes
True.
really cheap to us. So
Yeah.
it's challenging to ask people to spend more money to recycle water.
Mm.
So I don't think so. We are at that position yet.
Mm. Okay.
But
Uh,
there are
uh,
products to recycle, but it comes at a cost.
Yeah. Jamie, it's a question I hope that all of us can hear. Is that how do you use your product indoors? You're talking about outdoors, mainly on your fabric,
Yes.
your tensor structures, and how do people who like your product to use it indoors?
Actually, we have had inquiries from interior designers who want to use our fabric as a to wrap around light fixtures to give an ambient lighting and also to diffuse the light. So our fabric, as you know, fabric there are many types of fabric. There's from Teflon to PVC to PVDF to HDPE to many types of fabric. So there are times that interior designers have asked us to wrap fabric around certain designs, which they come off with the design, and we just wrap around fabric. So uh, weirdly enough, uh, fabric is a very good light diffuser. So it
Mm.
diffuses light very well, and it makes an environment to be lit in a very nice way. Yeah, I can say
Mm.
that. Yes.
Yeah. Can't wait to see some of it. Are there any that is already been built using your fabric and some interior offices or shopping mall or any buildings
Um,
that we can all see?
okay, example of uh, couple of years ago, there was a project in Dataran Merdeka called Project Negaraku, where they built about 5 or 6 dome structures. Where
Mm.
inside
Yes, yes.
the dome structures, the Project Negaraku, they have a lot of design work inside.
Right, right. I've seen
Where
that.
Pico was the main contractor. So
Mm.
we actually supply a couple of the light features that's inside that project, and
Mm.
also we supply one of the domes also.
Oh wow, yeah. I saw that on Dataran Merdeka, a couple years, just a couple years back.
Yeah, a couple
Yeah,
of years
yeah.
ago. Yes.
It's something
So
very interesting.
yeah, very interesting. Yes.
Yeah.
Mm.
Question for Mr. Chee. Since you make custom-made cabinetry, what is your most unique item that you have created so far? What you're so proud that you've done and you would like to do again and again and show people?
Um, okay, AR Azim, we are actually not we are creating in the industries, but now we are actually moving forward, okay, to different kind of design, okay, with our clients, our IDs, okay, they actually provide us some ideas. Okay, so we doing some hidden doors or walkway by using my melamine basics products, because as previously melamine is hardly to do wall claddings, partitions products as like this. So of course we will look forward in the inner structures. Okay, we still develop now. Okay, we're not sure if we success or not. We will maybe every structuring inside there probably will be changed from melamine to PVC, that which is can be used recyclable. Yeah.
Mm,
So we will look forward to develop. Yeah.
mm. One thing I wanted to ask you from the beginning is, do you do work from overseas or you concentrate more on the local scene or local clientels?
Previously, we are in locals mall, but it recently just happened 2 months ago. We success to import our whole cabinetry that already done by here. Okay,
Mm.
already produced by here and delivery to China. So we will be start moving on to internationals in futures. I hopefully so. Yeah.
Yeah, great. All the best. I hope that you can promote Malaysian product overseas, and that's what we need. To have greater exposure for not only your product but any other products that can be produced here.
Yeah. Thanks. Yeah. As in.
Uh, Okay, that's one for Jamie.
Yes.
We have an award-winning tensile membrane structure that we have built for Tabung Haji in
Yes.
Putrajaya. There's
Yes.
I don't know whether you know the new hotel in Tabung Haji Hotel in Putrajaya near KLIA. It was featured in
Uh,
many European-based magazines. Is that one of your products? So
no, this particular one.
yes.
This one.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's in Putrajaya.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
done
Yeah.
by RSP Architect. Is I think Jakim HQ. Uh,
I'm not sure. This
yes,
this is
uh,
the building. Yeah,
yes,
in
uh,
Putrajaya. Yes.
yes. They're near
So
the mosque.
yes,
Yeah,
yes, yes.
Yeah,
Yes,
very,
that was built by us. Yes,
yeah, that's very nice.
yes. Thank you.
Very nice product. I think there are two of them in that two buildings, right?
Yes,
Two of them
yes,
in that complex.
yes, yes.
And what is it used for? Actually, I never thought of asking the architect.
Actually, this kind of thing is built as a landmark or as a shading or art feature. Yes, is a so it has many purpose, but mainly as an art feature and as a landmark to show that Tabung Haji uh, yeah is a meeting point where you can I think enjoy the feature of it as an artwork or as a landmark. Yes, I think.
Okay. Okay, we are almost out of time, and I'd like to summarize what we have before I pass it back to Lillian, our moderator. Thank you very much. Very interesting.
Mhm.
Without you guys, as an architect, without you guys, I would not know the things that you've been producing, and I'm glad to be able to know all of you, and
Okay.
hopefully we can meet, do work together,
Yes.
and I hope that for future sake,
Yes.
sustainability will be our greatest goal. By 2030, it's not that long. Things will change, and hopefully by then, pandemic is over, and we can all live our life as it used to be.
Yeah.
It's more meaningful, enjoyable, rather than
Yeah.
being
Yeah.
under lockdown.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
I think I hope this is a very interesting sharing for all, not only
Thank
us
you.
and those who are viewing this webinar. Lillian, you take over.
Thank you so much, Architect Azim. It's been an honor to have you guys on the webinar with us. Indeed, 2030 is not too far away, gentlemen. Once again, a big thank you to Architect Azim, Mr. Chee, Mr. Jamie, and Mr. Gerald for being here with us today. It was really awesome to have you guys on screen with us and sharing about the products and sharing about the sustainability of your products. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for your time today with us. We would now like you to do a quick survey through the link which is now in the comment section to let us know how you think of our Architects Fast Forward webinar series. And we look forward and hope to see you soon in the next webinar session. Once again, thank you so much, gentlemen. Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen. Stay safe and see you soon. Bye bye.
Thank you,
Bye.
Lillian.
Thank you.
Thank you for
Bye.
Thank
conducting this.
you.
Bye. Bye.
Bye.